This is the LG G6. Now, I bought it about 6 months ago as a sidestep upgrade for my Axon 7. Now, the reason I bought it is because all the big tech YouTubers were saying how it and the Galaxy S8 were such great phones, and how this phone was like the underdog phone, the great value.
If I had to spend my own money on either of these phones, it would be the G6.
Fun fact, this isn't a good phone. I really hate to say this, but me from 2 months ago, you're completely right. The LG G6 isn't a great phone. But before I go into why and my experience with it, I feel like I should probably switch locations, because this is getting stale. I've used it like in 6 of my videos or something? I don't even know. Okay, let's go. Oh. Sorry, I accidentally teleported out of frame. Anyway, about 2 months ago, as I showed you before, I actually shot, edited, and almost finished an LG G6 review, like no one else has ever done before. And I thought it actually looked pretty good, I don't even know. But I never actually finished it for one main reason. Basically, the LG G4 had this issue where the motherboard would just randomly fry, just like that. And LG did not do a stellar job at all at actually replacing the phones. Like, oh, it must have been your fault, water damage. So I wanted to see how they dealt with repairs and fixing the phones in this day and age, 2018. So I delayed posting the review and finishing it, and I wanted to send one of my phones back, one of my G6s back, just to see how they dealt with it. Now, I actually do want to address the video I shot and edited about 2 months ago. Now, I'm never going to finish that video. This is for a couple reasons. First of all, I feel like it's far too positive of a review. Fun fact, this isn't a good phone. Well, that's an unfair judgment, but we'll get more into that. There's just a lot of things that I've grown to dislike more and more over time of having this phone, and I don't want to post that because that really doesn't align with how I feel. As well as, in the time of me postponing posting the video, I actually switched from Premiere Pro to DaVinci Resolve, which is just a far better optimized program in general. I just like it a lot better. So I'm never going to finish that video, but I actually do think I did a pretty good job on it, up to the point that I actually did. So if you do want to check that out, check it out right here. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to flip it if I got that wrong. Now, as I have said, I have definitely grown to be annoyed with this phone over the past couple months, and that's because of its weird issues. The first issue that I had with it was the headphone jack. LG, what is the point of putting a headphone jack on your phone if it doesn't work half the time? Okay, basically the issue is if you take a headphone jack and plug it in here, then sometimes it just sounds like you're trying to listen to a concert through a wall with cotton in your ears. It's just so annoying. Now, you can fiddle around with it to make it sound fine again. It's annoying, and I don't like how these giant conglomerates can have terrible quality control on $600+ products, and it's just ridiculous. Apple started this whole trend. Why would they do this? The iPhone 10 can't even... Another side note, so one of my friends also has the LG G6, and his headphone jack actually works fine. I found this out recently, but the thing is, the charging port is busted, which is just unacceptable. Come on, LG. Quality control is very important. Anyway, back to the video. Another issue I had with this phone is the battery life. Now, in the original video, or the video that I linked earlier, I said that this phone doesn't have great battery life, but I really don't think I got across how annoying this is. Now, I am a power user, so throw a little bit of salt into my opinion, but the thing is, I have not gone a single day this summer without having to recharge this far before the end. Sometimes I have to recharge this phone by like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. That's ridiculous. Okay, this phone has comparable battery life to the iPhone 7. And that's just ridiculous. How do these companies get away with having terrible battery life while companies like Samsung and OnePlus come out with phones that have amazing battery life? Now, I understand Samsung does create some very expensive phones, but still, you get the point. The final issue I had with this phone was the heat. Now, the reason I didn't address this in the original video is because it wasn't actually a problem by that point. Now, the reason it wasn't a problem is because it wasn't quite summer yet, and summer on Cape Cod gets hot. Like, not actually that hot. It's not like Arizona hot or anything. It's like 80-degree average. But still, it gets pretty hot. And this phone does not like that. Now, if you try to stream over data, over Wi-Fi it's better, but if you try to stream over data on this phone, it doesn't like it. It gets pretty hot, especially when you put it in a rubber case like my OtterBox that I have. And it especially doesn't like it when you try to fast charge. This thing never actually fast charges at full speed unless it's at night, because it just gets way too hot. And don't even think about streaming and fast charging at the same time. That's just not going to happen on this thing. And the craziest part about this is I actually repasted the thermal paste in here, so it's not that. I feel like the issue is that LG just doesn't care and didn't feel like designing a good thermal solution, which, of course they didn't. Why wouldn't they? They're LG. And now finally on to the thing I brought up but never actually addressed in the original video, or I addressed it but never finished it. It's the warranty. Now basically, I wanted to send my phone back because I had a broken headphone jack, broken back glass, and broken camera glass. But when I called LG, they said it would be $120 to fix, which is an insane amount of money, because replacement parts for this cost $25 about. And also, the headphone jack was their fault, so that's just insane. So I fixed it myself, and it's fine now. But my sister's phone, which is the other LG G6 I have, had a broken screen. Now, they estimated $150 to fix that, and it costs about $120 to do it yourself. So I thought, you know what the heck? I'll send it to them. So I had to fill out this form, which requires proof of purchase for some reason to get your phone fixed, which is weird because I'm already paying them a lot of money, but whatever. And I fill that out, all of the things are done, and they send me this email. Now, if you can't tell what's wrong with this, let me explain it to you. When I contacted ZTE, I'll censor out all the information here, they sent me a box with a new phone in it, which I could just slide my old broken phone in and send it back to them. They provided a box, they provided a new phone, no waiting 12 days for a new phone, and they provided a shipping label. LG provided none of this. They had generic instructions like, oh, delete your stuff and put it in a box. You didn't support me. This is literally me just sending you a phone and me paying you to fix it. I might as well go to a repair shop. This isn't any better. There's no warranty here. You know what? I'm done with this. I'm done with LG. I thought they were changed. I thought they were better from the G4. But no, they didn't. They're a corporate company. How could they change? As I said before, I'm done with you, LG. Goodbye, and never speak to me again. Except for when I send my sister's phone back and get that fixed. Please speak to me. That would really be just even worse customer support if you didn't speak to me then. Anyway, yeah, just come on. Okay, I'm trying to keep this as short as I can because I know you guys don't actually want to watch long videos, but at this point it's probably over 10 minutes anyway, so whatever. TLDR on the LG G6. It is a very well-designed phone. I mean, from most aspects, it looks very nice. And it has most of the specs to match, except for the thermal solution and some other weird stuff like that. But it has none of the effort from LG's end to actually make this what this phone deserved to be, an industry leader. And you know what? LG doesn't care. There's this amazing Tech Altar video that I think you guys should see. He's a great channel. Please go check him out if you like the theory behind these big companies. The thing is, LG doesn't have to care. They're so huge and they have so much money that they can go 8 years in a row of just complete flops of phones, and they'll be fine. They're just waiting out the competitors like HTC and OnePlus to just die. And the thing is, those smaller companies probably will, like HTC is on the verge right now. And LG's just gonna keep waiting, and they're gonna win. Anyway, I'm done with LG. Have a good morning. Goodbye. Why am I talking about